All right. Hello. All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to it, baby. What's the word?
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to week 12 of the Inferno Hot Corner.
Welcome.
Brought to yours truly by myself, Biking Around, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Dreamer. How are we feeling tonight?
I mean, physically, mentally, and so on and so forth. I'm feeling fantastic. Now, fantasy football-wise, I'm just not sure.
I just want to cry. There's one guy in the chat, though. One guy in the chat that's probably pretty happy right now, you know? His name is Dossel.
Already in the chat?
Yeah, Dossel. What's going on, Dossel? How you doing, handsome? Congratulations on your win. I mean, we might as well just go right into it. Honestly, you know, it's like, you know, kick the what's the saying? I don't know, kick the dog while he's down or something like that. But yeah, it's just, you know, just put me out of my misery. Put me out of my misery.
Get it over with, man.
Yeah. We're probably gonna go with you and me first, and then we'll go with everybody else.
Yeah, it's just a wrap for us.
Yeah. So start off with Dossel. You know, this is a must-win game for me. You know, pull within a game within Dossel, you know, playoff bound team or playoff hopeful. And I was looking good. I was feeling pretty good. You know, feeling pretty good. I had Patty Mahomes, potentially his best game of the season. You know, trade up for Tyrone Tracy. He didn't do so hot for me, unfortunately. But he's, you know, 8 points. It is what it is. He outscored just Jonathan Taylor, which was nice over on Dossel's side. Aaron Jones, nice bounce back game for him there. Outscores me on my side. You know, Amon-Ra not doing his best Amon-Ra impersonation. Josh Downs as well, not too much.
It's kind of a, I don't know, man. Like that would be seen as a good
underachievers.
Game. Yeah, like that Amon-Ra game, that surprised the shit out of me. Like Amon-Ra only putting up like 62 no touchdowns against Indy.
I know.
Did he get injured mid-game? I know he has a questionable status
yeah,
right now.
He does have a questionable. Let's see. I don't know what happened to him. Here, let's see.
In Tuesday's walkthrough.
Yeah. Maybe he was just sore.
Yeah, I don't know if something happened mid-game or not, but I mean, you know, it wasn't looking good for Dossel. Dossel, you're right, man. It wasn't looking good for you to start out. Yeah, it wasn't looking
good. I had a pre-projected. So basically, all kind of came down to the was it a Sunday night game? What was it? Packers Niners game, basically.
That was a later. It wasn't a Sunday night.
No, it wasn't.
Afternoon game.
Yeah, afternoon game. You know, Packers, Niners. I'm like, okay, he has Jordan Love. I have Jaden Reed. I mean, if Jordan Love pops off, it's going to be likely that Jaden Reed kind of, you know, pops off too. Ends up not
3 for 3.
Yeah, ends up not being the case. He had 3 for 3, like literally in the first half. Second half, he just doesn't get targets in the second half. I don't know what's up with him. He's like a game starter, but he's not a game ender. But yeah, and then, you know, and Jordan Love didn't have to do too much against the Niners, who are injury riddled over there. And you know,
I heard the Niners are looking for Daniel Jones. That's what I heard.
I mean, they might need to if Brock Purdy. I mean, if Brock Purdy's not 100%. I mean, low key, I honestly think Daniel Jones can plug and play and actually make the team decent.
I mean, Daniel Jones has literally not had a team.
He's not. Yeah.
Career. He had Saquon Barkley, but bro, like you need a little bit more than just a running back. Saquon was literally getting swarmed in New York.
Mm-hmm. He could literally.
They had no receivers.
Yeah, he could literally do what Saquon's doing in Philly, but you know, obviously to a Daniel Jones like level, not necessarily a Saquon level, but like where, you know, the team is so bad that, you know, they've been holding him back from greatness, you know, or being at least decent, and you know. They made him give like a retirement speech, and then it was like funny. And when they benched him, moved unfortunately, and the next thing you know, he gets cut.
They made him a safety on the practice squad, and that's when he asked to be released.
Yeah, hell yeah, I would too, man. I mean,
$200 million quarterback playing safety on the practice squad is fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's kind of crazy also is that Will Lutz honestly lost me the game and won Dossel the game, putting up 18 points. I don't know why. What's up with Bo Nix? I don't know why the Denver Nuggets didn't want to score any touchdowns, but they didn't. Therefore, Mr. Lutz over here putting up 5 field goals, 2 over 50 yards. Yeah, he killed me. He killed me.
Can we go back to that quote where you said, if I lose to a fucking kicker drop in 20, I'll quit?
You should be hosting this show by yourself, honestly, right now.
I can do it without you.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to.
It was like I was like down 6. I was like I was up by like 6 points, I think, going into like the fourth quarter or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, like Aaron, you know, Jordan Love, Aaron Jones still, or Jordan Love and Jaden Reed still playing, and Will Lutz still playing. I'm like, okay, they, Jordan Love and Jaden Reed, they kind of like go hand in hand. And then you got this freaker Lutz over here going off and puts up 2 field goals in the 4th quarter and
Dude, 18, just 250s, like.
He just slashed. He just ruined my dreams, my hopes and dreams. I literally just wanted to just have some light going into weeks 13 and 14, just to make me feel kind of like.
You needed more progression, man. Your wide receiving core didn't give you shit.
Yeah, well.
They didn't get. I mean, your whole team kind of didn't give.
I had one guy. I had one guy that gave me shit, and his name was DJ Moore, who I traded for as well, but did not start just due to how bad how bad the Bears have been playing lately. I figured that, putting the ball in, Josh Downs, Jaden Reed, Amon-Ra, Josh Downs, Jaden Reed, DJ Moore. Like,
I'm going to be honest, dude. I stopped playing Josh Downs as soon as Anthony Richardson came back.
The thing is,
I did not give him a chance.
I'm usually like that too, but Josh Downs has still been kind of balling. Like, he's been double digit. Look, he's literally double digits the last 4 weeks, and even with
against Detroit,
well, that made me expect even more, because I figured it's going to be a high scoring game, both sides. They kind of just run the offense it's like a high pace offense, high pace scoring game. So I figured they put up a little bit more, but Josh Downs let me downs, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely let you downs there.
Yeah,
and over on Dossel's side, you got Kittle on the bench with 18. Nobody even expected to play at first. You played Freiermuth over Kittle, which was a little questionable. Boswell on the bench instead of Lutz. I would have played Boswell.
So he was probably worried about it.
Lutz did his thing.
Yeah, the fact that he has 2 kickers and he starts Lutz. Well, how did you not start Boswell, man? Why didn't you start Boswell? What's wrong with you, Dawson?
Dude, anybody, 98% of people start Boswell over Lutz right there.
Yeah, but not Dazzle, 100%. And Dazzle made the right choice there. And thanks for ending my season, Dazzle. I appreciate it. Speaking of guys that couldn't help end other people's seasons, we got Havoc over here, not doing too great, so we might as well get into your game. Havoc gets thrashed by Optic Tamer. What's up, Piff? What's good, baby? Yeah, drive safe. Yeah, don't text and drive. Just listen about how Optic Phase Tamer
Optic Nation Phase Red Tamer.
Yeah, defeats the man's Havoc. I don't know if Havoc's throwing or what, but he only puts up 90 points this week.
I think he is. I think he's throwing.
I think he was kind of trying to help the boy out.
I bet on it. I think he was throwing.
I don't know, man. Jared Goff. He had Jared Goff in. Put him in after he had a monster game last week. Questionable. But then again, his star quarterback Brock Purdy injured. So he had no choice. Kyler Murray. Disappointing. Yeah, I have him in a couple other leagues. Disappointing for Tamer as well. But dude, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley is by far the best running back in the league. There's no question about it. All he needed was a change of scenery to turn into an absolute fucking monster. He's on pace, if I'm not mistaken, for Eric Dickerson's single season rushing record, even though he has one more game to play besides, the 16 game season.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think he might, dude. He put up 255 yards of rushing last game.
Yeah, he had over 300 yards total yards, more than most teams. Burstful is asking if you can get some COD content from Dreamer, and if you're asking for some COD content, Burstful, you should check out Dreamer's page. He actually just posted his first short in a while. You could catch him there. He be like,
what's up, baby?
He be live sometimes.
COD content soon. I just dropped a YouTube short on YouTube, so go check it out. First ace of Black Ops 6.
Nice.
Sharky, what's up, baby? Good to see you. Where's Zach at?
This is your question. Yeah, this is a you question.
Fucking
your boy Dak. Who needs
That's
Dak
why he's
when you
asking,
got?
because he's a fucking Eagles fan.
Yeah. Who needs Dak when you got Cooper Rush though, man? Cooper Rush coming through with that win against Washington, the Commanders. That was an insane game.
Bro, the Eagles should be fucking happy about that game. Like, what?
Yeah, they helped them out. Yeah, the Eagles they got blessed by the Cowboys beating the Commanders, now giving them like a 2.5 game lead in the division.
Dude, let me fry Havoc really quick. Havoc, you literally went into this is how I know you didn't watch fucking football this week. If you did, it wasn't the Cowboys game. You went into the group chat and quite literally said, Dak needs to be stopped, Cooper Rush for the quarterback, whatever it may be, right? It wasn't even Cooper Rush that won the fucking game. There were like 3 special teams touchdowns. Like, Cooper Rush had nothing to do with that. He threw him a touchdown, yeah, but like, come on, man.
He's a game manager, man. He managed the clock really well that game, you know? Maybe that's why. And that gave the defense some confidence. Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of having team, Derrick Henry, Mr. Run him down, did he ran for sure 140 yards, but no passing game work, no touchdowns for him. So I mean, cool 15 there. J.K. Dobbins leaves the game second quarter. We'll see. I didn't see what the seriousness of his injury is. Let's see. Yeah, they just said he won't be returning in last night's game. I don't know what the update is on his injury, if it's minor, major, but keep a lookout because Gus Edwards may be a popular waiver wire pickup, even though I'm not really a big fan of Gus Edwards. But
yeah, I mean, even if Gus Edwards plug and plays that, I just don't see him producing like you would expect. J.K. Dobbins, I heard it was a knee or a hamstring or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was a knee. Yeah, he's Mr. Glass, man.
Yeah, if that's the case, ouch. I mean, they're both Mr. Glass though. When they were in fucking
Baltimore,
they tore their ACL in the same year, 1 game apart.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean.
So with his injury history, you never know. So you might, I mean, Havoc's a lock for playoffs. Looks like Tamer may have Tamer and Dawson both securing playoffs with their wins this week. It was a must-win on our end, and looks like they secured. Looks like our playoffs are set for the LVI side. So we'll skim over these guys. I mean, these rosters. Obviously he has Pacheco that he traded for. We'll see how that's gonna play out. He was supposed to play this week apparently, but he did not. So we'll see. When they're gonna have him return. Kareem Hunt's been holding down the fort since then. So I mean, not like we could trade anymore. But congrats to Tamer. Locks in his playoff spot. All right, last game of our LVI division. Dreamer, take it away. Chargers are mid. I mean,
yawn. Anyways, let's talk about how Defy, worst team in the league,
Defy has
literally
3 wins.
Has his best fucking game of the year against me. He has 3 total wins in this league, and 2 of them. This is some bullshit. Okay. When we go through it, I don't have Josh Allen. I don't. So
you played
I
well
plug and
too.
play
Your
Matthew
team
Stafford.
played well. That's the thing,
dude. I put up 136 points. It's not like I got fucking shit on.
Yeah,
I almost came back in the end right there too, but they stopped throwing to McConkey and started throwing to Quentin Johnson's fucking brick hand ass.
Yeah, he couldn't catch anything.
Ridiculous. Anyways, Matthew Stafford puts up respectable numbers. Geno Smith on the other side, dog water team,
Josh
dog water quarterback. I just had to throw that out there for having. Hubbard puts up respectable. You know what I mean? He got his touchdown at the end.
He salvaged some points.
McCaffrey not putting up McCaffrey numbers and hasn't done so.
Yeah, McCaffrey is a shell of his former self. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, man. But I mean, you can't blame him too much. That team is riddled with injuries right now, so it's easy to focus the run. Pollard putting up an amazing 24 carries,
great game by Tony Pollard.
Tutty.
Great
Huge
trade.
game out of Tony Pollard. Great trade. But Josh Jacobs ruins my parade over there with 3 tutties. Put up a hat trick. That was some bullshit. You heard me yelling in the room next to you.
Yeah, I heard you yelling. Yeah, I was there cheering for the Packers, but also sad for you.
Bro, I was over here like, are you fucking serious? Like,
yeah.
AJ Brown, respectable game. Fantastic.
Yeah. Standard line for him.
This guy somehow starts
Jalen Waddle
and Addison. And just absolutely fries.
This is insane. These are in the morning wave too. You're playing catch up. You were playing catch up since 10 a.m., bro. These guys.
Dude, I was playing catch up all.
These guys, and your team was. Man, you're making moves too.
I was trying, bro. I was trying because most of my team played on Sunday or Monday. Mm-hmm. Like more than half my team played Sunday night, literally 5:20 p.m. or Monday night.
Yeah.
And it was just like after that Waddle and Addison game, I was just, dude, I was playing catch up. I was doing math. I'm over here like I'm down 72. All
like, if I average 15, yeah, he's totally like if I just average, if my players just average 15 each, I catch them.
Which is crazy because like Stafford puts up 20, AJ puts up 20, McConkey gives me 12. Which wasn't horrible.
You need 15 from Tucker.
6, and Goddard absolutely just he didn't really. I mean, he got targeted, but he got targeted in short range situations. Didn't really get catch and run opportunities. So I just kind of got screwed right there. Dowdle, I mean, he played his average. McConkey slightly under average. Goddard way under average. I mean, he didn't get much out of anybody else. I mean, other than like,
I mean, he lost by 9, and that's the 9, the 15 average that you needed from Justin Tucker or Goddard. One of these guys.
No shit. Somebody. I mean, they could have put up fucking like 5 more point piece. I would have won the game. Seattle putting up 21 though. Best part about that team is Seattle's defense or Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
But Seattle's defense is pretty up to. It's not difficult to be a good defense against Arizona unless Arizona decides to have one of their weeks where they just take off. But you know, Justin Tucker's washed. Justin Tucker, in my opinion, right now, I wouldn't say completely washed, but he's definitely a shell of his former self. Dude.
Hey man, if he had Will Lutz, he would have won this game.
Yeah, no shit. As soon as Justin Tucker started missing kicks during the year, I was just like, yo,
he's missing extra points in the first 3 weeks. He was missing extra points. I was like, oh no.
Dallas, he loves the Eagles. Shut the fuck up. I can respect good football players. I love them. Josh Allen, ETN, Amari Cooper, Garrett Wilson, all on the bench. I had Will Disley on the bench. I mean, those 3 points wouldn't have mattered, but
yeah.
It's a little bit of a bitch. Over on the other side, he didn't really have anybody
on the bench wise. Yeah, he said
he didn't really have anybody out like that. Jalen Warren, but he wasn't gonna play him anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, it was a hard fought game, and he had 3 players just absolutely
Jacobs, Waddle, and Addison like 90 between the 3.
Yeah, like Addison, he has shown like glimpses of games like that. Never put up a game like that this year. He
had a decent game last week. I thought that was his ceiling right there, 15 points. You know, that's like a good ceiling.
Well, he had a good one against Green Bay earlier in the year.
He did.
Simply off of a couple long catches. But, you know, I just didn't expect him to like go crazy like that. And then Jalen Waddle, like he's just been kind of non-existent this year. Even when Tua was back, he's been non-existent. So it's like 27
out of nowhere.
Brother, I didn't start. I had Addison and Waddle in another league, both on the bench on the same team. Yeah. Thankfully, I still won. But like
nobody expected this line out of him.
Yeah, it's some bullshit, man.
Hey, perfect timing too. So you dropped 4-8. I'm 4-8. Dasso and Tamer are 7-5. Therefore, there's only 2 games left, and we're 3 games back. So we are officially done. So shout out Will Lutz and shout out Defy for ruining our season.
Cowboys players on your team. I literally had Rico Dowdle, but yeah,
Rico Dowdle. Hey,
Slay, Queen.
Hey, this is a
4-8. I am 4-8.
This league's been not nice to us. Speaking of being nice, people, we got my boy Mississippi Piffin pulling the comeback off against Soap, who was leading the whole time. Looks like
this is the worst I've ever seen Soap do in any fantasy league I've ever been in with him. Literally in the Cream Team league right now, he's like 9-2.
Yeah, it's rough, man. But hey, he helps keep my boy Mr. B Piffin's playoff hopes alive. Mr. B, riding the coattails of Bo Nix and David Montgomery. That Cooper Kupp trade that he made earlier in the season, looking nice from him. Mike Evans returns. Mondre, really tough game for him there. Over on Soap's side, Sam Darnold having a really good game. Eckler gets hurt. Gets smashed with a concussion or something like that. Bucky Irving going off. Same amount of carries as Rashad White, but he gets 87 yards and a touchdown, along with all the passing game work, 6 catches, 64 yards. So great game from him there. Marvin Harrison Jr., who Soap traded for early in the season, has yet to really produce for him. But the stashes of like TJ Hawkinson, great stash in the tight end position. He popped off. Jawan Jennings mid. Michael Pittman Jr. actually had a decent game over Josh Downs for that Indianapolis offense that we're worried about. Yeah, I know, right? A little too late. Yeah, and then Piffin's got Cortland Sutton's been actually popping off lately. He's got the Cortland Sutton Bo Nix stack going right now, and Cortland Sutton has been popping off.
Sutton fan, always have been.
I have not been a fan of him. He's Mr. Inconsistent.
I've been a big Cortland Sutton believer. I mean, look at his past years. Like literally scroll down to his past years, man. Like I don't know about Mr. Inconsistent. He's been pretty consistent. 700.
No. But his game like points are always like high low. Like,
I mean, not really right there. Look at
this
that,
is
2023.
okay, like,
Doubles,
okay,
doubles,
I guess like
doubles.
10, but he's not like a
Doubles.
WR1 that everybody wants him to be. And then he got hurt at the end of last season.
No, you got to
But
think like he's been playing quarterback roulette damn near like more than
I
half his
know.
career.
So he's having a
And so
great,
it's just
yeah,
like-
he has a great year. He's having a great year. He's having a great year. Pops off.
Because who was the quarterback over there when he came into the league?
Russell Wilson was there last year, and then before that, probably
He's
Drew
been in the league,
Lock
like,
or
6
like
years now.
I don't know, Drew Lock or somebody. I don't know, freaking.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's been playing quarterback
Trevor
roulette for, like, the
Simeon,
entire season.
Trevor Simeon. I don't know. Yeah,
Trevor Simeon, fucking Tebow. Like, who did he have? Like,
yeah. If it was, man, I missed Tim Tebow. He didn't get a chance. But anyways, yeah. So shout out Piff. He moves to 6-6. I can't wait to see the standings. I'm kind of curious about some because we got CDs taking a dub over Cellar Dweller, aka OBG Medic over here.
hold up, I'm gonna answer something in chat.
ahead.
Dreamer, who's your QB? I forgot. I had Josh Allen, but
Allen.
I had to bench him this week, obviously, for the bye for Matthew Stafford. So I just had I think most of the year I had Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson both. Or no, I didn't have Devontae Adams in this league. I had Garrett Wilson, AJ Brown. AJ Brown was out for weeks, and Garrett Wilson was non-existent for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I lost early on, like early games.
Playing catch up most of the season.
Yeah, that shit happens.
Yeah. You want to take this one? Sick Kicks versus OBG?
Yeah, why not? So Sick Kicks versus OBG. This is I mean, they're both towards the top of the standings over there in the LVI community side, and yeah, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Sick Kicks had some people on bye. We'll check that here in a minute. But CJ goes off for 19. I mean, not really gone off. Like, yeah, it's a good play out of a quarterback. It's as projected, right?
Yeah.
He's actually been struggling.
He has been struggling
Rookie of the
lately.
year last year,
Yeah.
definitely been struggling this year, but I mean, he keeps making things happen to a degree. But big loss against Tennessee, in my opinion, 32-27 against Tennessee is kind of crazy. That
Mhm.
Houston defense kind of let him down because
Yeah,
giving
they
up 32
lost.
points to Will
So-
Levis is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I would just like to make that note.
Hey man, Tony Pollard, man.
Yeah, I mean Tony Pollard,
Tony
he
Pollard,
was only
yeah.
good for one tutty.
Yeah,
So
I know.
where the other however many come from, right?
Yeah, exactly. He did
Lamar
throw two
Jackson on the other
picks.
side, he absolutely tanked my parlay, but 2 tutties regardless. One on the ground, one on the, or no, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. 8
Mhm.
carries, 15 yards. Couldn't get me the yards that I needed. Couldn't get me the
Mhm.
passing yards that I need. I mean, just whatever. But he put up 25. Devin A-Chain on the other side, 10 carries, 32 yards, but he puts up 2 touchdowns in the air, 3 for 4, 24 yards and 2 tutties. Cam Akers, I don't know why he's starting, but
we'll find
whatever.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has people on a buy, but
Yeah.
like Cam Akers of all people, like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, you could
I
hit the waiver
mean,
wire.
Joe Mixon, worst game of the season right here. He's been on a roll, and Joe Mixon lets him down. Only puts up 8 points. I think this is his first like sub 20-point game basically all season. Aside
Yeah,
from when he got hurt.
that's a rough
Or,
game.
well,
Out
I
of
guess
Mixon.
sub 15. Yeah, it's pretty bad for Joe Mixon there. So that really didn't help out, the Texans in their quest to
carries,
win.
22 yards is crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, that
nuts.
Tennessee rush defense, man. It's
This motherfucker had more
stout.
receiving yards than he had rushing yards.
Yeah, he did.
That's wild. Kyron Williams, respectable game, 16 carries, 72 yards and a touchdown. The fumble kind of brought his production down a little bit. He should have been at like 13 and a half area.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. Not bad. CD Lamb still getting his production,
Yeah, he
10 for
gets his
12,
targets.
67 yards. If he would have gotten the end zone, it would have been a whole lot better, 20-point game. But
Yeah.
you
Speaking
got
of
his
end zone,
targets,
this
with
Westbrook
it.
dude's gotten a touchdown like in 5 straight games, I think, or like 5 or 6. 6 or
Yeah,
7.
Westbrook and
6 of the
Keenan is
last
crazy.
7. This
That's-
guy's been going crazy the last few weeks. Maybe that Tennessee Titans offense is starting to pick up with this guy and Calvin Ridley starting to pop off, and he
I don't know, finally figured out how to spread the ball around. I guess.
maybe. I mean, he's only catching 2 passes, so but
Speaking of
you get a touchdown.
Speaking of doing the most with the least, Terry
Yeah.
McLaurin, 5 for 6, 102 yards, and 82 of those yards came off of one play.
Yeah, that play at the end. Oh my god.
One fucking play, and then they turned around and give up an onside kick for a
return.
touchdown
Yeah.
right after. So
Pain.
that whole game was actually nuts. We were literally sitting down watching that on the couch in the
Mhm.
living room, and it was like it was back to back to back drives where we're just like, what the fuck is going on?
What is happening right now?
Also,
Like,
shout
who's
out
trying to win
Pittman,
again?
because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he lost a lot of money.
Yeah, he lost his
off that
parlay
bullshit
because
right
of that
there.
return. I don't know why they didn't lay down, man. They should just lay down when they recovered onside kick. But you know, it is what it is. How about Jacoby Myers getting 15 targets? So is he the man out here? And on
I mean, dude, they played with what, two different quarterbacks
This
that
guy's
game.
this guy's been kind of low key.
Not only did he get
decently
15
balling.
targets, but he put up 8 yards per catch.
Yeah, 10 catches, 121 yards there. So I mean, good game for him. Didn't find end zone, but
Best thing he ever did was get out of New England.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Raiders are going to be getting Shadur Sanders next year. So who knows? He might have some potential here.
Or absolutely nothing. Laporta, 3 for 6, 19 yards. That whole, I'm gonna be honest, that Detroit offense, other than of course Montgomery and Gibbs, like their passing was a little mediocre this week.
It is this year, I feel, honestly. Like,
yeah, it's been a little lackluster.
Like Laporta had such a big rookie campaign, and this year I feel like, well, let's see, what rank is he at? He's 17th ranked tight end.
I don't even know if it's really his fault though. Like look at his targets per game. Like, I mean, he's not really.
Yeah, I know. He's only averaging what?
You know what I mean? Like
4 targets a game is not gonna cut it for this guy who was insane last year. He was the number 1 tight end last year. He was a number 1 tight end this year. He was getting half the targets he got last year, basically. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But they're 10-1, so you know, I guess whatever works.
Mr. Seabird over here missing the. Oh yeah, go ahead. Here you go, Nico Collins.
I was gonna say Nico Collins doing his thing on the other side, 5 for 992
back
yards,
and healthy.
big reception.
Back and healthy.
Big reception. And then Zay Flowers just kind of existing to a degree. I wouldn't say necessarily existing. I mean, 10 points is nothing too bad, but it's just like for his standards right now, like he needs to be putting up more.
Mm-hmm.
Seabird
misses.
He misses on the IR.
He misses the extra point. And he deserved to be on IR for missing the extra point in that game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Fairbairn outscoring him. Dude, check this out. I didn't know you could get this much negative. How much should? Oh, he won by a good amount, convincingly. But
I mean, dude, they put so
19-point differential on the defense here. I mean, 19-point differential. Would have kept it really close within like 3 points, but man, minus 6.
I want to throw something out there. They allowed 481 yards. 305 of those were Saquon.
Yeah. The boy Saquon going crazy.
What the fuck does that tell you?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of ridiculous. Pittsburgh doing the thing over there in Jameis Winston, but my guy Jameis Winston. By the way, he's got to be the funniest.
Shout out Jameis Winston, man.
Shout out Jameis Winston. He's got to be the funniest person in the NFL.
He brought the horses out, left it up to the Lord, and brought home the W. We eating W's. We eating W's. We eating W's. Playing the snow out here. I want to see the when they do like those dramatic NFL films.
Yeah, dude, I've been watching. I've watched a couple of them on Instagram. Bro.
Yeah, they show some clips. Yeah, they show him. He's like, we playing the slow. It's all slushy. My legs feel like my legs feel like molasses. I'm doing my best, and I get in the end zone. I'm
from Alabama. I ain't never seen no snow before.
It's hard to not like Jameis Winston, but shout out to CDs or Sick Kicks, holding it down, securing. He's already secured playoffs, but we got both Tamer and Sick Kicks from the Tot Clan making the playoffs. We got OBG here. He did have the most points scored in the league heading into this week, so I mean. He still has a winning record, so he's still holding on to
he had some buys down there, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no Chase Brown, no Jamar Chase, no Taysom Hill, Mr. 40-point random double guy. All right, let's go to our last matchup of the week. A must-win game for Aaron, and he does not win. Same situation, kind of like me and Dreamer, where we need to win. We need to win to get in. Or at least to get in position to get in. It was nice for him to see Nick Chubb finally return some dividends on holding him for so long. It took him 12 weeks, but we got a 2-touchdown game from him. Nice little thing there. Agon's 18 more points than Breece Hall, who did not play this week.
The fact that he literally eats that, because he was like, okay, I've made the playoffs, like fuck, I'm gonna eat this because like you're not gonna drop him off and like pick up somebody else. You're not gonna drop anybody from your bench.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? Fuck you.
Oh, look at this guy.
Anyways, I hate you right now. We're not friends right now. But anyways, eating that with Brees Hall, but then getting, good games out of Nakua. Good game. Well, I wouldn't say good game, but okay game out of Hurts.
I mean,
okay
he got
game out of JMO.
he got McBride though.
He got a McBride
And JSN.
Out of JSN.
JSN's been, man, JSN's low key. He might be number one receiver out there in Seattle now with DK's. I don't know if he's just getting too much attention, but DK hasn't been doing too great. Obviously, he's been battling a little bit injuries, a little bit.
That Miami defense did well, huh?
Oh yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, a little 16-pointer from the Miami defense. I mean, they were playing New England, so nothing too crazy. But yeah, Aegon is still able to put up 111 points without a running back. It's kind of crazy. I mean, his bench. Yeah, he even had Jonnu Smith on his bench. He could have flexed double tight end. Yeah, Judy. I mean, Tua would have been a nice start over here on Aaron's team. Would have got him an extra 15 there. I mean, if he would have started Andrews and Ridley, though, I mean, he would have started all these guys. He might have had a chance, maybe. Could have been close.
I think he would have got it, actually, if he would have started them. Because if he starts Tua, he gets 15 plus, so that puts him a little bit over 100.
Yeah.
He starts Ridley over, who did he have up there?
Over Justin Jefferson. Who's going to do that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean, fuck it, Aaron. You gotta eat that.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you got Tyreek Hill and
man.
Justin Jefferson. They didn't give it nothing. You gotta eat.
They didn't get it done. So I mean, shout out to Aaron. Sorry, but it looks like your playoff hopes are officially donezo unless you like go ape shit and like score like 200 points again in the next 2 weeks to try to tie a break. Yeah. Before we get to our standings, we didn't even get to talk to you guys about the league. And what we're
Let's do a quick
for.
shout out. Shout out to our sponsors. Our title sponsor, Raising Cane's, absolute amazing chicken. Best chicken in the world, if you ask me.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Shure and Zipchair Gaming, as well as Paradox Customs for being our other sponsors. Let's go ahead and talk about what prizes the winning duo receives if they win the league here.
And if you haven't done so, like the stream.
Yeah, stop fucking around, bro.
Yeah, stop messing around.
Yeah, like he's a little more PG. I'm not PG.
Yeah, Defy came in here. Defy, like the stream, man. All right,
like the stream.
Subscribe, turn on that noti bell, and Dreamer's gonna get into these prizes.
All right, let's talk about what we're not going to receive. By the way, me and Mikey and
I got one horse in the race.
I don't.
Yeah.
So that means we got one horse in the race.
Yeah. We got one horse in the race. Yeah.
Anyways, the winning duo will receive a life-size Cane's Inferno Plus. You have seen it; it's fantastic. So hopefully, like that to be at our house.
That'd be nice.
An assortment of Cane's box combo cards, an Inferno trophy presented by Cane's. I haven't seen that, so I'm curious to see what that would look like.
Yeah.
One tailgate feeding of 10 or 2. Just saying. 2 zip chair gaming chairs.
Yeah.
2 Shure items and two Paradox custom keyboards. So an assortment of prizes, a very, very big value. If you ask me, these chairs alone are not cheap. So, and Shure items, you know what I mean? They're top tier for a reason. So, definitely a good size prize pool there.
Yep. And we have 6 creators and 6 community members. So basically the way it works is that if one wins, they both win. So we got to check out our standings and let's find out who's actually still in it. Let's go down to our standings. We got Havoc, Tamer, and Docile locking in their playoff spots from LVI side. Shout out to them. Good season for them. Finished with a winning record. Me and Dreamer tried our best, but Defy had to ruin it by beating us with his only wins for the season has to be against us.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Defy, you're literally a spoiler, bro. It could have been so fun this next couple weeks.
Yep. Over here on the LVI community side, it looks like Aegon's and Sick Hicks. So Aegon's part of Havoc's team and Sick Hicks part of Tamer. So they're 1-2 in both divisions. So shout out to them.
Medic's part of Dociles.
Yeah. And then Medic's part of the top 3. Yeah, the top 3 are the top 3 still. It's pretty much even for them. There is some potential. Aaron is technically still in it. Aaron would have to win both games and need Medic to lose both of his, and he would have to score. He would have to outscore Medic by over 250 points or 245 points. So that's a very slim to none chance there. We got Piffin here though. If Piffin can win these next 2 weeks and OBG Medic loses the next 2 weeks, he can get in. Or if he only happens to win, or if OBG loses one and wins one, and Piffin wins both, he would have to cash up by 175 points. So honestly, he's planning on OBG's downfall. OBG wins, he's officially in, and our playoffs would be set with basically 50% of the field eliminated. It's literally the three creators each have 3 chances, so they each have 2 chances. So we'll do before we get into our future outlook, you want to talk about our weekly report over here real quick?
Yeah, we can talk about the weekly report. Give me a second, let me pull it.
Dang,
all right, let's
something
get
is
down
best,
our
man.
weekly reports. Best manager. This is a shot in the dark. So puts up 123. He had 123 possible. So I mean, he went out there and did his thing. Still lost by 7, but did his thing nonetheless. Worst manager, unfortunately, Aaron was projected for 119. Puts up an 87, sub 100. Biggest blowout, Tamer beats Havoc by the 68% margin, 152 to 90. Dropped him by 62. Narrow victory. Docile squeezes it out by 2.2 points. 2.12 points.
I'm sick.
Yeah, that one's
shout
sick.
out Will Lutz.
Dude, imagine how sick my little brother is because I beat him by 0.16. Yeah.
That's the worst.
I literally, yeah.
I don't even know.
I was waiting. I was waiting for a stat correction on that to make me lose. If I'd have lost like that, I broke some. Highest score, Tamer drops 152.74. Aaron drops 87. For lowest score, overachiever Defy, originally projected at 110, which would have had me win, decides to put up 145.
How could he?
How low expectation, originally projected for 117. He puts up 87. Aaron, you're just getting shit on.
Yeah. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, I don't think it's over. Well,
yeah.
QB of the week, Patrick Mahomes on Bikey's lineup for 32. Running back of the week, Tamer has 6-1.
Oh, whoops.
Wide receiver of the week, 5 plays Jordan Addison against me for some odd reason.
Crazy start. Yeah.
Tight end of the week, Aegon has Trey McBride for 23. Kicker, Will Lutz. There's your boy. 18.
Oh my God, dude.
Defense of the week, my Seattle Seahawks defense with 21. QB bench former Piffin left. Jaden Daniels on bench for 35.
He was going to be sick if he would have lost that game without starting Jaden Daniels.
Swear to God. Jalen Warren on Defy's bench for 14. DJ Moore on Mikey's bench for 26. That one hurts.
Yep, that hurts.
Jonu Smith with 21 on Aegon's bench.
Only got 2 kickers.
Anywhere has 6.
Only defense on the bench puts up 17.
Puts up 17. Fuck crazy.
Yeah. Tyler Yancey. Tyler Yancey says sit one.
Gibbs, A-Chain, Jacobs, and Chase Brown.
That's a tough one.
I would have to see matchups. In fact, I'm gonna go look at matchups. Give me a second.
Yeah. Look at the matchup.
Gibbs plays Chicago.
Gibbs has high floor, so Gibbs is like almost like a must start just because he's not gonna get you anything less than like 12, 15.
Plays Green Bay. Jacobs obviously plays Miami. And Chase Brown plays Pittsburgh. Whoa.
I'd probably bench Chase Brown.
I'm probably benching Chase Brown because I'm not playing against TJ Watt with that one. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I think Chase Brown will have to sit this week, personally.
Yeah, I think that's your sit.
Yeah, Gibbs must start. A-Chain Jacobs. I mean, obviously, if you wanna split your like, in case it's a defensive game for some reason, which I don't think it will be between these two teams. They're both kind of heating up. Obviously, the Bengals are must-win situations all the way out throughout the rest of the year. So is the Miami Dolphins. So I mean, I think Miami Dolphins have a good chance to beat the Packers. Honestly, So I mean, and I'm a Packers fan. But yeah, Chase Brown. I mean, Pittsburgh defense. It's always a slow-paced game, low-scoring game. All their games are pretty low-scoring for the most part. So Chase Brown would probably be the likely sit for us personally. But if you wanted to like alleviate some of your like, or if you want to diversify a little bit, you could decide to sit like a A-Chain or a Jacobs if you want to, like, just in case that game doesn't go like to script.
Think I'm sitting Jacobs.
But if anything, I think starting both of them helps you out because you know that one team's going to be winning and they're going to have to run the ball more. So I think you'll get the best of both worlds by starting both sides.
Or it's going to be real close and they don't run the ball at all.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Tyler. Appreciate the sub. Thank you. We do this show every just a reminder, we do this show every Tuesday. We kind of been switching a little bit back and forth, testing the waters between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. PST. We appreciate you. Yeah. So we still have 2 more weeks of regular season, and even though our playoffs are pretty locked,
we are still covering the playoffs as well.
We'll still be covering the playoffs as well. So yeah,
we do a live show for like our championship or what?
Well, you gonna stream all day watching the games, watching the points change? I don't know.
What do you think?
We'll talk it over with our investors and see what they want to do. Looking into our week 13 matchups, my matchup versus Havoc doesn't matter. Dreamer, your matchup with Dawson doesn't matter unless he wants to take number 2 seed away from Tamer. Defy.
I mean, I'm still playing to fuck up seeding.
I'm still. Oh yeah, heck yeah. We start rosters. We don't give up here.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to finish 6 and 8. I need a good seed for our constellation bracket. The losers bracket.
Facts. I'm not starting last.
Yeah. Then we got
Timber against Defy. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah. Because I think I don't know if Saquon could drop 50 again, but we'll see. I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it though.
Yeah, true. Piffin. Tough week matchup against CDs, but I mean they're dead even on their projection right here. This is a must win for Piffin. He needs to win these last 2 games, and he really needs OBG to lose one. So OBG is going up against Aegon, so that's gonna be that's gonna be a tough one for OBG, where she could very likely lose unless Aegon decides to tank for some reason. So I mean.
We got the battle that it doesn't matter.
Aaron versus Soap battle doesn't matter over there. And then let's see. And then week 14, actual last week before playoffs. It was going to be a potential win and get in for me against Tamer if I would have won this week, but it is what it is.
I mean, dude, I could bring Havoc down to the point of getting bumped out of first seed.
Yeah, he could drop the 3rd, mess up his seeding a little bit, give him a little tougher matchup.
Derrick Henry that week.
Yep. So yeah, and then if OBG loses to Aegon's next week and Piffin were to somehow win, it's literally gonna be OBG versus Piffin for that final playoff spot, that final playoff spot. So we could have some excitement going into the end of the fantasy season here and into the playoffs. So I mean, anything can happen.
Dude, Defy has 1 less win than we do.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And this guy literally has
depressing.
This guy just passed 1,000 points for the season too, and he does his thing. I will sit here proudly, me along with in our division along with Soap as the most scored against. I'll die on this hill. You're not too far behind me either, buddy. Both of us the most scored against in our division. I mean, we could have put up more points.
I'm literally less than 10 points behind Dossel.
Yeah.
For 0.4.
Yeah, exactly. If we could have just kept within striking distance, man, we're literally, yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. It hurts.
We're not gonna bitch about it.
Yeah, we're not gonna bitch about it, but we're gonna complain about it a little bit.
We are gonna complain about it, but while complaining about it, let's go to our top waiver wire possibilities of the week.
Yeah, I mean,
starting it off, I would say if you're really hurting for a running, you want to take a chance, go take a look at Gus Edwards. J.K. Dobbins is going down with a little bit of a knee injury. There's no designation currently, but Gus Edwards is a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Vela has been doing pretty decent too. Opposite of Cortland Sutton, he's been kind of carving his own little role.
A little bit.
Yeah, if you need a little plug and play, there's a few teams on bye next week. I know for sure that the Baltimore Ravens are on bye. So I mean,
they're on bye for 14, not 13 though.
Oh shoot, 13. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's talk about my boy Noah Gray though. How about
yo,
that?
Noah Gray is a kind
4
of sleeper.
touchdowns in his last 2 games, 2
Yeah.
apiece. Not really getting like a crazy amount of
He's getting end
snaps
zone targets.
or
He
targets, but he's
looks
getting the
high
end
as
zone
shit in
touches,
his
and that's what
picture.
matters. Dude, he looks like the epitome of like
Saw, bruh.
I don't even know.
Saw it. Saw it. Yeah. Dude, catching 4 touchdowns last 2 weeks. Travis Kelce is fuming. Travis Kelce owners are fuming even harder. Who knows? Maybe he'll keep it up. He might be a nice little, plug and play if you got any guys on bye week. Out of the people that are obviously less than 50% rostered, I like this Westbrook Akine guy, man. He's catching touchdown after touchdown every week from Will Levis.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, I know in our league he's picked up, but in a lot of other leagues,
he's
only my other leagues, he's on the waiver wire.
Yeah, he's only 21% owned. Hello, my dear.
So why would you not go grab him?
Exactly.
Like, I don't understand. I mean, 11, 14, 5, 22, 12. Like he's putting up doubles in 5 of his last 6 games or 4 of his last 5 games. I mean, he's getting the production. He's getting a shit ton of snaps. I don't know where that oh, you know what? That's after
it's because they got D-Hop out of there. So ever since D-Hop got out of there, he's been the guy.
47 to 90 a snap, like 90% of snaps.
Yep. So he's been.
I mean, hey.
He's the guy. He's the guy. Over on the other end, I'm gonna show this David Moore guy just because he ended up leading in receiving yards for the Carolina Panthers. But me personally, he's not showing on this trending. Adam Thielen is back. So if you really need to dig deep into your pocket and get a plug and play or a potential flex player, that could be, who knows? He might help you in the playoffs. I think Adam Thielen, he's gonna be.
Adam Thielen's not only back, but Bryce Young has started to get comfortable in his own.
Yep.
I mean,
exactly.
Carolina damn near beat KC, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Bryce Young is not to be. I wouldn't say he's an amazing quarterback, but I would say that he is not what you thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
He needed the time, he needed the reps, man. Now he's got them.
Yeah, and I mean, he had a good year with good rapport with Bryce last year too. Ranked 17 in PPR. So I mean, people forget he was the top receiver in the league for a while, and he's over there kind of working on his retirement plan, but like he still could pop off, and I think he could put double digits all the way out, so he's gonna be a good pickup. He's 44% rostered, so I mean, something to look at.
It's possible. It's possible.
Man, that's all I had. Dreamer, you have anything else for these folks out here, these lovely folks?
Absolutely not. Me and Bikey would like to thank you guys once again. Thank you guys for everything. It's been an amazing year. We still have a good couple weeks left to go, so sit tight while we continue to try to entertain you guys while we drown in our own fucking.
Yeah.
But shout out to our sponsors again: Raising Cane's, Zip Chair Gaming, Sure, and Paradox Customs for all the love you've shown us over the last 13 weeks so far. And I think that just about rounds out the show for the week. So, Dreamer. Mikey. And we appreciate you guys. You guys have been watching the Inferno Hot Corner. We'll see you guys next week, man. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Take care.
Tuesday.
Later.
We out here.
Bye.